197 pounds out of Solano, Illinois. Ranked number 3 in the country, Jacob Warner. And Chase Singletary, he's 3-0 for Ohio State. Down to 197 from heavyweights, where he spent the past 2 seasons. Singletary wrestled at Blair Academy. 2-time prep national champion. TJ, back in 2011, he qualified for the Florida State tournament as a 6th grader and was a runner-up. He won it as a 7th and 8th grader. As a freshman, fell in the finals, and then made his way over to Blair Academy in New Jersey. A 6th grader in the state finals.
Yeah, and just found his love for the sport, and then went to one of the great prep schools, Blair Academy, and excelled there. And was really doing well at heavyweight a couple of years ago when he had a season-ending injury.
And for Warner, first-team NWCA All-American, has twice finished 3rd at the Big Tens.
Let's work here, guys.
4-time Illinois finalist, 3-time state champion.
Stalemate position. Set.
Warner, 2016 Cadet World Championship bronze medalist, and was a junior world team member in 2018. Warner 3-1, beat Panola of Purdue 9-4. He is ranked number 3. I believe we'll have a new number 1 at the weight class, as Noah Adams of West Virginia was beaten. They expect Eric Schultz of Nebraska to take that top spot. Schultz, a nice win over Cathy of Michigan State this weekend.
Yeah, there's some great 197-pounders in the Big Ten. All have the opportunity. Warner, one of them, certainly a very talented athlete, great wrestler, a lot of talent. Just needs to pull the trigger, which he did earlier today in that first matchup where he got a 6-point move. And yet Panola came back and put a little pressure on Warner to close the gap a bit, but Warner certainly has the capability to strike and strike fast.
No score, 110 showing here in this first period. Warner, multi-time All-American in Fargo, won both styles inside the Fargo Dome.
Interesting, you know, that when you look at the size right here, Singletary coming down from heavyweight, but Warner actually looks the bigger size here.
Yeah, he does look bigger. Singletary represented the U.S. at the U23 World Championships in 2019, so both these guys been around the sport a long time. A lot of big-time matches on big stages around the world. And here they meet in West Lafayette, Indiana. Of course, with the scheduling, that is why Iowa and Ohio State are wrestling. Here's Warner with a chance to put 2 on the board, maybe more.
Yes, that head snap into the tackle there, and then 4 points, and there's a second 6-point move in 2 matches for Warner.
Those are winners, and he does it inside of 20 seconds. A takedown for an earful and a ride out. You can't do much better. That is the recipe for success.
Yeah, he's going to do what winners do here, like we talk about, that great takedown, end of the period, ride out, and just get it off his setup there, snap, and drive into the single leg, and then cut off and covered. Just kind of, he felt what Singletary was going to try to do, and he covered him for 2, and then the 4-point near fall.
Takes him right from his feet to his back in a crooked 6th spot on the board for the Hawkeye Warner.
Come on, improve.
Iowa beating Purdue earlier, and following this matchup, Ohio State will wrestle Purdue.
Stay in the middle of the mat, okay? Stay on the mat, too. We're good? Set? Cover?
Last year, Warner with 6 major decisions for the Hawkeyes that tied for the team lead. Was 4th at the Midlands last year was Warner. 5th the year previous. Going to work on top, has a wrist. Good pressure. You see Singletary head down. Warner building riding time, now over 50 seconds.
Yeah, Warner's showing his savvy here, understanding. You know, that takedown, he was in on that takedown, and Singletary panicked a bit and was trying to roll Warner through. And, you know, when I said settled, all Warner had to do was recognize what was happening. And he just settled his hips on top and got the 4 points. And so it just showed his savviness, awareness on the mat. And now he's really working hard on top, got the riding time.
Riding time over a minute. At the weight class, when Schultz takes over that #1 spot, the Big Ten will have the #1 ranked wrestler in 7 of the 10 weight classes.
Warner doing a good job out on his toes, driving forward, looking for those inside wrists, and doing a nice job of not allowing Singletary to get his hips underneath him and come up. Really, and in this position right here, you know, he's really putting a lot of pressure, and that's hard on Singletary.
See if Singletary's able to make any adjustments off the whistle here. Try to get a little edge, anticipate the whistle, have some cautions to give. Why not give it a try? There's another roll.
Nice job by Singletary there. Good anticipation by Warner not to get in trouble. And so recognized what was going on. Nice job by Singletary getting the escape. And Warner right back in. Knowing where he's at. Can he pull it in, keep his leg in? He does. 2 points, knows right where he is. And again, takedown inside 10 seconds. And looks like, well, he'll ride out to the end of the period.
Just
5 seconds for Singletary to get out.
They're on the edge.
No.
Warner's found his offense here in West Lafayette.
Good. Set.
Those things are so important. We talk about them every week. In big matches, short time. Find a way to get a takedown. Finish the period on top. Here's another look.
Your choice, Iowa.
Yep, the block down and then the spin around and driving through. Nice job by Singletary, not giving it to him at the first, and then Warner cutting across on the crackdown at the edge for 2 points. You know, you're talking about finding his offense. It's that time of year, Shane. I mean, I know we haven't been wrestling that long, but here we are. You got to execute. This is the time of year you got to execute. Be ready now, and it's a matter of getting to the NCAAs. But you know, we're just a few weeks away from the Big Tens, and this is the time that you got to get after it and be executing out on the mat, and Warner certainly has today.
Just got to the body of Singletary. Singletary hit with stalling. Just always especially curious as well to watch how guys finish matches. It's 8-1. You got riding time. You got to be smelling bonus points right here. You got to get it.
You see, and I think right now, I think Warner sees that, and so often we're looking at there's the nice run around and mat return and the 2 points. And Warner, see, wrestles so many close matches, but when he gets on a roll, he seems to be a momentum guy. You know, I mean, here he is, and I think he feels momentum and executes when he feels that he has momentum. So he's certainly done that today.
Puts a stamp on top with that go behind in return for a takedown. Riding time is secured.
Okay, set. Cover.
Can you think of anybody that's harder to beat than Warner when he's on a roll, Shane? I mean,
well, him and Schultz have had some great battles.
I mean, and both, I mean, you get on, some guys, when they get on a roll, I mean, they're just really hard to beat. And so you just got to be relentless. I mean, I go back to DeSanto, you know, he's relentless. And you got to learn from that kind of pace. And you can make your roll, your momentum.
And 197 in comparison to the other weight classes, pretty wide open. I mean, there's a handful of guys that have to believe
Nope, we're out.
they got a good chance to stand atop the podium in March. Big Ten, 3 of the top 5 in the rankings with Schultz, Warner, and Caffey.
Oh, great wrestlers. Schultz, such a fighter. I mean, that guy's a gladiator.
Another one of those guys that's really made some big improvements in Lincoln.
Nice team, Nebraska. The Huskers, Mark Manning has another solid lineup.
I believe Warner finishes every period on top. A convincing 11-1 major decision.
Like you said, Shane, when you finish on top, that's the winning way.